Episode 72 of Fehr the Burn. We are here today to glorify Alex Austin.
Give it a squeeze and then you sneeze. Blessings are coming back. Living in peace while not at ease and still loving to rap. Facts. Give me the keys. I'm down on my knees. This is not an act.
We're not glorifying Alex Austin today, I'll tell you that. We're just here to have some fun.
We're here chilling, man. I'm chilling with one of my new friends and comedy colleagues, Alex Austin, the comedian.
That's right. Hi, nice to meet y'all.
By the way, this mic is like right here.
That's even... Oh, I sound a lot better now.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
There you go. We're fixing things. Alex, I mean, just to start, man, you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Dude, so yeah, I'm Alex Austin, from Pocatello, lived here most of my life, and yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian. Outside of that, I just do construction, a lot of boring stuff, average golfer, even worse than snowboarding, and that's life. Life's pretty boring, I'll tell you that. There's Idaho's where dreams go to die, and I'm stuck here, so.
Are you addicted to golf?
I wouldn't say addicted to golf, just because I'm so bad that I have to take breaks, or else it just destroys my mental health. So it's more of I'm addicted to drinking and driving a golf cart legally. I can drive one of those while drinking. So
yeah, that's fair. There is no, there's very few rules on the golf course, from what I understand.
Not when I play. No, that's bro. We go out to have some fun. I'm not too serious about it for sure.
You taking the cart on the green?
Oh, I'm taking the cart on the green.
You're taking the cart on the green?
If it's a bad shot, I'll walk right up to the hole with it and just fucking pick the ball up and go. It's all right.
You're just hitting that shit like polo when it's going by. You're not even leaving the cart. You're just hitting it as it's going by with the clubs.
Oh, yeah. Happy Gilmore. If I see cool stuff on TikTok, I'm like, all right, we'll play like that today. And I never get any better, so that's...
Dude, have you seen the guy that does like the run up one arm, like skyrocket?
Dude, that's great. Yeah, I have. It's impossible to do. I don't have any hand-eye coordination.
Have you tried?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you just hitting the ground, or what's going on?
Oh, most of the time I go over the top of the ball and just swing my shoulder out of place. I usually... So it's all right. Golfing's fun, though. Winter's coming up, though, so snowboard season.
Hell yeah.
And that's my favorite time of the year, but...
Yeah. You're going to be Sean Red.
Sean Red. I'm going to be Sean. Every year I get hurt, too. Usually I'm a Sean in a boot by the end of the year, honestly. It's that, and it's getting so darn expensive, bro. Like,
that's everything, man. That's everything. I feel like it's... In places in Europe, I've heard that it, like, costs to piss.
I've heard that, too, but that's because they don't have social water systems. Their sewer systems are, a part of their taxes and stuff, and so
everything's social over there, man. It's all shared. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. I mean, so we met doing the stand-up competition that was ran through the Comedy Project, and Alex took third. I took second. Or no, you technically didn't take third, did you?
I technically got knocked out before we started placing, but I know the promoter personally, so he let me go on to the next day and perform anyways, so it
That's right. And I think, who did you go up against first? You don't remember?
That weird guy I had to go up against. I don't know, he's real short, kind of goofy. I don't remember him. There was 8 guys there, and I only knew like 4 of you there, so...
Was it Trent?
No, it wasn't Trent. No, because Trent had beat me one-on-one to knock me out.
Yeah.
So he had beaten somebody else. Fuck, I don't remember the guy. I haven't invited him to any of our future shows, so they weren't that funny at the time. So.
It was Wee Man.
It probably was.
Yeah, he's not that funny. But we met doing that, and then we did a show at Charlie's after that, with a bar in Pocatello, and we have just kind of been rolling, and honestly, kind of, in my opinion, bro, like catching a wave. A little bit, which is like super exciting to be a part of the scene, like right as it's growing, and being kind of, to a sense, founding members of like what is possibly to come here in Pocatello as far as stand-up goes.
Yeah, darn near. Like, about a year ago, I started really doing stand-up here in Pocatello, And, we'd do shows in front of 4 people, and there'd be 2 comedians up there. And so you get to do as long as you want, but there's no experience. So it didn't go very well. But now, we're doing shows 50, 100 people. I've got a list of comedians that I can invite, including you, including Trenton, including Frank, and things are going well. We're getting people to come out and watch. All of our comedy is getting better. I'm literally watching our jokes evolve.
Yeah.
As we're going to show after show after show, and we're making good friends too. We hang out outside of the comedy. It's not like just a business ordeal. So I'm enjoying it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, and it's not like we're in Austin or LA or New York or anything. We're only getting 3-4 shows a month right now, about that ballpark, but still for like this area, man, it's so huge. And you, me, and Trenton Garcia, the Pocatello Phantom, are a part of a current group known as the Skid Row Trio.
Amen.
I hate that name.
We're working on it.
Yeah, but we're working on rebranding because I don't think anything about us says Skid Row.
I don't know what a Skid Row is, to be honest. I think Skid Row's where you end up with a lot of those heroin zombies, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
And so
you're right.
It definitely doesn't fit. It just rhymed at the time.
Skid Row's downtown LA.
You had come up with a name earlier today that... What was that name you wanted to replace it with?
Nasty Cats.
Nasty Cats, because it was our...
initials.
Dude, it was genius, too. I was like, Chandler, Alex, Trenton. There's nothing I could have come up with any better. I've tried for weeks now. Because
a little secret about that name, bro. I've wanted to have a group name called Nasty Cats for a long time. I used to want to do, right before the stand-up competition, I wanted to start my own group that was stand-up and sketch. Mm-hmm. So it would be like you'd see a stand-up, and then you'd see a sketch, and then you'd see a stand-up, and then you'd see a sketch, and get 10 people who could all do stand-up, all could write sketches, all could act in them. But that kind of fizzled out, that idea. And so now the fact that we have this, I was just thinking about it, and I was like, man, Nasty Cats kind of works, bro. Nasty Cats kind of works for us.
Yeah, Nasty Cats is a genius idea. And it's too bad I'm not very creative, because I couldn't help your sketches out worth anything, bro. It's... I just tell stories on the stage. Imagine trying to write something from scratch.
We could get you acting, bro. We could get you acting in some golf sketch or some fishing sketch. Here's what I want to ask about you, bro. You have this vibe of being and don't take this personally, please.
Oh, you're good.
You have this vibe of being a laid back country dude that probably hasn't been around a lot of people of color and kind of had a Huckleberry Finn upbringing. And I met your dad, bro, so it kind of makes sense, right? At the bar. But are you like that at all? Do you enjoy the outdoors? Or you It's a weird question.
Dude, no, it's great. No, you're 75% on that one. Okay. I definitely have, I've got a lot of outdoorsy in me. I like hunting. I like fishing. We were up in the hills deer hunting literally last Saturday. So 4 days ago. We didn't hit nothing because, dude, by the end of it, I was so tired of hunting. I was out there just yo, I got corn for sale. I was just yelling into the mountains hoping for someone to come. And so,
into the mountains.
Dude, and so I enjoy outdoorsy stuff, but it's not my personality. My personality is just kind of laid back, whatever happens, because we're going to talk about life later on, and I'll tell you more about what I think, but that's just how you have to think to get through this stuff. I can't be stressed about little things, and so yeah, we're going to go out, we're going to get some fishing, I'm going to catch him, I'm going to eat him, I like the outdoors. I definitely, dude, I grew up in Blackfoot, so there was definitely it's 50% Mexican native white people.
Yeah.
We definitely had friends that just weren't white people, and so I've got experience in other cultures, and I know people, and I've tried to learn as much as I can, just because I'd hate to be ignorant for my entire life.
Facts,
so, yeah. Laid back, yeah. Country, yeah. But I've also, I was a rapper at one point when I wanted to. Yeah,
no way, dude.
I hide that from everybody.
Hold on. What was your rap name?
Skinny Tuna.
No, it wasn't, dude.
Dude, it was worse. It gets worse. No, so I grew up in a white picket fence neighborhood.
Right.
All of my songs were about selling drugs and going to jail. I'd never done any of the above, and that's why I didn't make it, because none of it was authentic at all. It was fun. Dude, I was this close to getting a face tattoo, to be honest. I was like, damn. It was the SoundCloud era, though, so it was like that whole era was like, it was engulfing. Like, I get why sometimes one of the news sources will be like, this rap music's ruining kids' lives, you know? It's all, dude, if I get to walk around with big chains and flash money, nice cars and stuff, you're like, I want that. How do you do that? Yeah, you got to do some bad things to get that. So, I mean, it's...
Or you just got to talk about some bad things, right? I guarantee you a lot of those rappers probably aren't like that, you know?
They are absolutely not. I know of a few very famous rappers nowadays, you know, Billboard's top 5 albums in the country right now that, you know, they've come out and they've been like, the music I'm singing about is fake, just so everyone knows. This is just for fun. It's a persona.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Liar. Future liar.
The only one that's believable is 6ix9ine. As controversial as that is, the Rainbow Warrior, dog.
The biggest liar, bro. Is the one telling the truth.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I've had a lot of different personalities. I've had a lot of different paths on the way to find myself. Unfortunately, I had to do a bunch of stupid shit before I decided, oh, I actually could just tell comedy and fucking live life like a regular person. And then now, that's where we're at. And so that's why it's kind of boring, because you find something stable. I think that's...
Bro, you have to do a bit about being a rapper. You have to. Alex, it's going to throw everyone so sideways, dude. They're going to be like, this racist? This racist? This racist?
Just kidding. Cowboy boots right here. They weren't good. You can find them still. I have 2 songs that exist in the world.
Okay.
But I hide them for myself. I'm the only one that has them. I'll listen to them on the way home from work. That's about it.
Do you like them? Or
I do. I genuinely thought I did like a good job at making them.
Fire.
I listen to them now. I was 18 at the time. So they do sound bad.
Right.
But I was like, you know, it's just like, if I hadn't have done it, I wouldn't have been able to tell myself later on in life, damn, I missed out. What if I had? What if I... That's kind of my way of life as well, is just I will always do something just because I can right now.
Yeah.
Because I will not be 55 sitting in my chair with a bad back going, oh, man, back in my day, if I had just... No, fuck that. We'll do it today.
Back when I was walking both hills up ways in the snow. What was your face tat going to be of?
There's a famous rapper named XXX Tentacion.
I know the one.
And he's got numb tattooed underneath his eye.
Okay.
And that was... I wanted to just get the same one.
Dude, you know what you should have gotten? Is a little fish.
Oh, that was...
Skinny tuna, bro.
Dude, I had a whole, like, chest piece built for just, like, a dead rapper's memorabilia. I was going to have Pop Smoke and X and Juice WRLD and fucking...
And, like, Mac. And
yeah, absolutely. And
Biggie.
So, dream's over, though. Dream's over. Sometimes you got to let your dreams die, kids.
Yeah, it's true, man. But we're trying to catch this dream right now that we got and see how far we can take it.
Yep.
Do you know that I'm a rapper?
No.
Yeah, I am a rapper for real.
Rapper what?
I'm a rapper, bro. I make rap music.
Where do we find this at?
I go under Craig Robbins.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I'm dead ass. I'll play some music after this.
That's what I'm saying.
I got my album dropping on December 1st. I have another album right now called Cigar. Cigar is like the same letters that's in Craig, just like flipped around. Yeah. And this one's called Move Back. It's gonna be fucking everywhere December 1st. Yeah, I'll play you some songs.
Dude, that's crazy. I would love to hear that. That's cool. That's
yeah,
really
man.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't rap about guns and drugs and shit like that. I rap about like being gay and like enjoying my friends and like sometimes depression and like, you know, just I try to talk same thing for comedy. Like I try to talk from my own personal experience, you know,
absolutely.
Because I know that that's the only way to be like perceived, and perceived as genuine, because that's what you're being. Now, the character of Craig is way over the top. Like I got like big chains and like I'm naked in a lot of shit.
That's
And
awesome.
like, yeah, so that's like way different. But the
That's
music
awesome.
is all from me for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I'd love to hear some of that. I mean, I don't care what your art is. I think if you're able to express yourself in any shape or form, it's cool to see.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I produced my last album, in Arco, funny enough.
That's insane. What the hell were you doing in Arco?
That's where Cougar's from.
That's wild.
Yeah, and so like he linked me up with this dude named Radley. Radley's been on a couple episodes of the podcast. Shout out Rad. He's like one of the very fucking true fans of the show, so he'll be watching this for sure. Rad's a good dude. He had a baby recently, him and his girl. And yeah, man, they're just fucking good people. And he's a wizard with FL Studios.
Oh yeah.
So he's been doing that shit for so long. I was really grateful to have him. My new project, I self-produced all of it, not the beats, but like the recording and the engineering and shit. And I hope it sounds as good as his. I think it'll be a little bit less quality, but I think it'll be close.
Sometimes the less quality stuff just makes it realer, you know?
Yeah.
I like hearing a little bit of background in a song from like underground guys. Honestly.
Yeah, man, but also you can't it can't be too bad.
Well, no,
you know what
I don't want to
mean?
hear your neighbor's car honk in the middle of the song.
Or
but-
even just how the vocals are on the beat. Like a lot of my old songs, like I feel like I'm in the phone, kind of, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's not separate. It's just
No, I get you. And that's, dude, I used to sit in the closet with an Xbox headset recording stuff. And so, like, anything's better than that. I know that.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Dude, that's cool.
Can we just give a plug real quick for all the shows that we got coming up?
Shows we got coming up. Yeah, absolutely. Let me whip out the list real quick. We've got a few shows coming up, which we're excited about, and we really have only scheduled in the last couple days.
Yeah.
We've got November 8th. We're doing the Dudes Public Market. It's in the back of the Glean Coffee Shop. It's going to be me, Trenton, and Chandler. Just us three as the Skid Row Trio. I do hate that name. So that's November 8th. November 15th, we're doing the Rooftop Bar in Lava Hot Springs. I've got a few friends from Denver, Colorado coming out and putting on a show there. After that, we are bringing them to Pocatello, to our stomping grounds on the 16th. That's the day after. And we're doing the Yellowstone restaurant right next door. They've got the Buffalo Lounge. It's a nice little place. They usually hold fancy dinners and stuff for it, but they've been nice enough to let us use it for a comedy show. And that's actually going to be a double header, which is going to be cool because we're doing two very different shows. One of them is going to be more of a roast battle. We're going to be drawing some topics out of a hat and just kind of coming up with stuff on the spot. And then that following show at night will be more of our sets, more of our real material we use on a daily basis. And then after that, we're doing the Clydesdale again on December 7th.
Cool.
And so, yeah, I really hope y'all come to our future shows. They're going to be great no matter what.
And we also have open mic at Charlie's on the 20th of November. But yeah, man, I mean, my question for you, bro, is out of the three of us, so-called Skid Row Trio right now, you are the main one booking shows. Like, I kind of have the end at Charlie's, and I have, like, a couple other ones I'm working on. But you have really been, like, the mitochondria, if I could, of, like, us getting opportunities. And how are you doing that? Do you know the owners of these places, or are you sending, like, launching DMs?
Launching DMs. Listen, so
yeah.
This last week, I wanted to do more shows in Idaho Falls. And so, like, just this week, I have sent emails and I've called and talked to event managers at 4 or 5 different bars. I've called the event center. I even called Mountain America to see how much it was to rent that place out.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even give me a price because they'd never heard of me. So,
Bastards.
Yeah, right. And so, Clydesdale's nice. I know the owner of that place, and she's kind of put me on. That's where I started off, and so it's really easy to get a hold of her. I just text her. But outside of that, no, I'm just sending emails and sending them a clip of my comedy so they know what to expect. And I promise them that we'll make them money with nothing in return. We're doing a lot of these shows for
Free.
Absolutely free, just
Yeah.
because we enjoy doing it and we want to make people laugh. And so that's why we're showing up, and people appreciate that. I think more than anything.
Yeah, bro. We need the reps.
We need the reps.
Yeah, for sure. We need the reps. And yeah, dude. So I just want to commemorate you before we move on, just on like kind of being. I view you kind of as the leader of our group.
I don't like that.
That's fine. But that's how I view you. Just because because listen, man, Trent's not going to do anything. Trent, love the guy.
Trent, I love you so
much.
Love
Trent. He's not going to get us a show.
You're busy with work.
Well, he got us the dude's show.
He knows. Well, fun fact about him, they're neighbors. They live literally next door to each other.
So it's out of convenience.
So it's super convenient. Yeah. I talked to him today. I was like, hey, his name is Jim. I was like, Jim, how do you even know Trent? And he's like, oh, he lives like next door to me. And I was like, oh, what the hell? And I was like, that's cool. So if we all really put our fucking brains to it, I think we would definitely be able to schedule shows. But dude, I have a lot of spare time. So I am really just pushing. I want to do this. I want to make sure that we're all doing great. And so that's why I want to go out and market. I want to get in touch with the radio stations. I want to get in touch with the newspapers. Yeah. And I want us to be known for the area. I think we have a better chance to be known locally here than if we were in like Denver or Chicago or Atlanta or something, because there isn't any competition. There isn't any competition at all. So we're spearheading this thing straight on, just the three of us.
Yeah, man. And I agree with you. I think if the three of us put our heads together, but I just don't have the time right now, and you just have like the time and the drive right now to do it. So I just wanted to thank you for like really in our group, in our setting, spearheading it from the jump.
Well, I appreciate y'all being here. None of these guys have let me down once, and so it definitely gives me the boost and confidence that if I put something on, we're all going to be able to show up, and it's going to be a good show.
Well, I've missed a show, so
he missed the first show, but we knew that. We've had, we had that one show at Clydesdale, our first Clydesdale show as well. After I knew you weren't going to make it, way previous, I had two guys call in and cancel the morning of.
Damn.
And so they don't get invites to all of our shows just because that one bad taste in my mouth. You don't cancel the day of. You called in sick for not your job. That's crazy to me.
Facts. It's like, listen, man, I know you're not getting paid anything. I know that we're just starting out, but it's about the principle, brother. It's about the principle.
I expect nothing. All right. And somehow got let down again.
Speaking of principles and getting let down, Alex, let's talk about some of the shit that's going on in the world right now.
Oof, there's a lot going on right now.
You wanna let's just start with Prop 1.
We're going politics of Idaho, huh?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Prop 1. Can you tell me what you know about it?
Bare basics to my knowledge, and I'm not into politics that much, but I know that I hear commercials about it all the time from both sides of the aisle. From what I understand is they want to change the voting system so that everyone's vote actually counts.
Okay.
I don't know exactly when it was. I could look it up right now, but Idaho hasn't had a blue vote go in.
Ever.
It's been years. I asked my dad today. He's 55. I was like, have you ever seen Idaho as a Democratic state? Have they ever won just any general election? And he said, not to my knowledge, to be honest. And so with the way that it ranks, there's 3 people running. If I vote for the third guy because I think he's worth something and he only gets 10% of the vote, well, now my vote is moved up to the second guy, whoever I put in second. Because at least if he's not going to win, then my vote better count for this guy. So maybe he can win out and make some changes to the state, which is fun history fact. Okay. I hear a lot about, the founding fathers this, the founding fathers that. When we first started doing elections for president and stuff, we voted for 3 guys. The winner was president. Second place was vice president. Mm-hmm. The third place, I believe, was the treasurer. I think that's how Benjamin Franklin became the treasurer of the United States. So I hear a lot about, well, we need to go back to the old ways because they had it right at the beginning. Then this change of Prop 1 will actually set us to a variation of what it was originally.
Yeah, I can see that. I've heard something completely different. This goes to show you how well informed we are about politics. I heard that Prop 1 was to allow Democrats to vote in Republican primaries. So, like, before they even vote for the president when they're voting for, like, who they want to run, they're allowing Democrats to vote in the primaries because, like, again, most people in Idaho are Republican. And so if you're Democrat, your vote's never going to matter.
Doesn't even count.
Yeah, because you can only go to the caucus.
Yep.
That's what I've heard. And yeah, I do know that, like, I know that, like, that's why, like, John Adams, his vice president was Thomas Jefferson, and they adamantly fucking hated each other.
Well, it's because you have a blue and a red in the same office making decisions, as it fucking should be. I should not be taking my best friend into power with me. That's insane.
Well, here's the thing, too, man, is they're all friends.
They're all friends.
You know, red, blue, Kamala, Trump, like, they probably party together, you know?
They definitely. This is, it's a lot like the WWE. I think it's all for show. Like, I know that those guys live in the same apartment complex across the street from the arena, and they hang out. They may be enemies of the show. They may not. They're still hanging out.
They're chilling, because it's like they're all getting paid to do and say something. And the same thing with politics, where they're getting paid from lobbyists to sometimes change their views. Do you really think that Joe Biden, who is 9 million years old,
9 million,
changed his opinion on gay marriage in 2012 or whatever? Do you really think, like, at the core? You see what I'm saying?
Deep down, I don't think they teach old dogs new tricks very often. I know that. But hey, people do change.
That's true.
And they get educated.
But
my grandparents have not changed their view on some things. So
my sister is 36. She's been the same my entire life, dude. I think that everyone's vote should matter. I don't know if you do or not. I have only voted in 2016. I've not voted in the last 2 elections because I don't think my vote matters, and because I live here and the popular vote is never counted anyway.
Nope.
So Dave and me kind of have similar opinions on this. Like, I don't really believe in the system as it is, so I don't want to contribute to it. And my personal belief as well is no one has earned my vote, so I'm not going to vote because I still feel like me not voting is using my voice.
Yep. Well, and it's tough when I've literally watched elections be, the popular vote will choose one candidate, and then the Electoral College will overrule that in entirety because we, the people, are not rich, powerful enough to actually matter in some eyes. But we're talking crazy now. It's whatever.
So let's talk about abortion.
Yo, so
what did you want to talk about with abortion, bro? You wanted to talk about
I did
this.
want to talk about it because it's crazy to me. We'll stick on the politics, I guess, but it's crazy to me that an individual can overturn a law that's been in place for, half of a century, more than that. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's still overturned now. Roe v. Wade is not in effect, and we had Biden for 3.5, almost 4 years now. So it's like,
well, that's kind of why I think, like, dude, the thing is people think, okay, if I vote a Democrat, then, like, social laws are going to be better. If I vote a Republican, then, like, the financial laws are going to be better. And that's just not true, dude, because there's so many more things that go into place. Like, how many laws have come against trans people when Biden was in office? Tons.
And because the states are able to make their own laws, and anytime you want to pass a federal law, like federally making marijuana legal, you're going to get pushback from the other side. And if you don't have, whatever percentage of agreeance, it's just not ever going to happen. So we can hope and hum all freaking day, but
you know what I think, bro? And I've thought this for a minute. Tell me what you think about this.
Tell me about it.
I think any moral question, any moral issue, abortion, drugs, guns, like where you have so many people who can't agree on this thing, the government just needs to stay out of it. And it's a wild thing to think, but it's like no one is ever going to agree. Like we are not going to get the mass percent, because there's always going to be 50% of people that want abortion and 50% of people that want no abortions at all. And there's going to be 50% of people that want guns and 50% of people that don't.
And I think those numbers even knock down even more when it comes to the extremes like abortion or gun rights, because there are some people that make the most noise that actually don't make up a ton of the percentage of people voting against it, because they may just be on. I think there's a lot of people on the fence with a lot of these issues. They just don't make enough noise to be like, well, hold on, maybe we should be able to have abortions in these circumstances. But the loudest people are like, you should be put to death if you do it at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, fuck off. All right. You can't even argue with half of the people in the country. So,
well, and I think that those people, bro, because I'm not really right or left, I'm very in the middle with a lot of things. And I have a lot of opinions that are like super like, what's the word? Like
in between,
and also like it's a dichotomy, because my real view on abortion is I think abortion's murder. I'm a Christian personally.
Yeah.
And I think that life begins at conception. And so I think anytime that you have an abortion, it's murder. Now, that is different from being an American, because as an American, this is crazy, Alex, just get ready. You don't have rights, bro, until you're born and you have a birth certificate.
Dude,
so
you don't. And I think it's well past that. I don't think like kids don't necessarily have rights.
Dude, that's a good point,
so
too.
It's like, it's hard because, and I figure the conception argument's fine. I mean, I feel it, I get you. But if that ain't thinking, if it can't imagine or conceptualize an idea, fuck it, it ain't even human yet.
let's kill the 1-year-olds, bro. Let's just get after it right now. Let's get after it. No, but I really believe in like third term abortions, just because like I think a lot of conservatives who are like abortion is all murder and you should never do it. The baby that hasn't been born yet, to me, is like similar to how they would describe like illegal immigrants. Because they're not born here, so they don't get any rights.
Yeah, right.
Right? We're gonna send them back, right? Like, why not send back the baby to heaven?
You're 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're onto something there. I like that.
Sticking with politics, Trump got a job at McDonald's, I guess.
Dude, that was. I've never seen so many people be inspired by someone loading fries into a little cardboard container. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so what did he do? Did he show up for like 10 minutes and take some photos and be like, I'm working?
I think it was longer than that. He was there for a couple hours.
Okay.
From the posts that I've seen about it. The thing is, all right, McDonald's has so many customers every freaking day. He shut that McDonald's down. Like, so think about that. You're not getting to that window without Secret Service checking that car top to bottom, running a background check and everything. So it was like, how many customers did he actually see? 5 max.
Right.
5 max. That line of cars was, I think they were predetermined people that were going to be there anyways.
People who couldn't read, probably.
People that couldn't read. They got their driver's license probably on a grandfather system.
I was thinking from a Happy Meal.
From a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Dude, the grossest part about it was like he grabbed the fries with his bare hand and then put them in the container. And I was like, there's no way you eat that much McDonald's and never seen a dude serve you fries before.
Dude. And it would suck to get those fries and be like, why is there orange paste all over my fries, bro? It's just sad that the guy who got a small loan of $1 million from his dad had to work at McDonald's,
Dude, and I like to cosplay as poor people too, but I mean, I'm just wearing like Kanye West's oldest fucking clothing line ever. That's what it looks like when I do it. So,
You wearing the sleazies?
oh, I was, yeah. No, anytime you could get them on $20 from Wish when it was popular. Yeah, absolutely. I had all the worst looking clothes ever. But no, I didn't care for him working at McDonald's for a couple hours, and I didn't care for the reaction he got, which was a lot of. I mean, it's not a bad thing. What he did wasn't wrong. He is making fun of poor people a little bit, but people were so excited, like, that's my president. That's what I like to see. I'm like, you like to see a guy serving fries before he starts holding on to the nuke codes?
Yeah, for real, for real. I would like to see my my president behind the line at a Subway. You know what I mean? Make me that Italian BMT, and then you can go run the military.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a stress at Subway when I start getting to the sauces. I'm like, wait a second, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know.
Oh, dude, you got to go with like 4 different sauces on the Subway.
Or else the bread just overpowers everything, and I'm choking on dry fucking 3 herbs and cheese, whatever.
Facts. Yeah, dude, I don't know. To me, I feel like the campaign has to be going bad if he's got to start working at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's a funds issue. I don't know if it's a popularity issue. But it's, to me, like, I get it because it's like such a weird move to be like, why all of a sudden in the middle of, like, deep in the race, bro? Like, people are voting in
12 days.
12 days,
Yeah, I was
dude.
gonna say, and it's deep in the race, and like, it almost just goes to show more that like how little these guys actually go out to just the general public. Like,
Yeah.
he's never watched someone serve fries in a McDonald's. He's never stood in line for an apple pie for 10 minutes.
No.
And just like the JD Vance video when he went into the donut shop and was like, "Hey, how long have you worked here? How long have you worked here? How long have you worked here?" Dude, it's the weirdest. And I hate being like, "Oh, it was weird." But it's just like, that's not human. I don't know what else to call it. Everyone should be able to order something from a counter, but you come from money. Mm-hmm. You had someone go do that for you since you were little. You've never had to go and order anything.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I mean, the point that I think it is, dude, is it's like every politician, whether even they come from money or not, right? Because even like Kamala's running mate is like that Waltz guy. And he's like, "Oh, I'm a middle American, you know, from Wisconsin or some shit. And like I coach football." But the more and more you move up, and I don't care what it is, comedy, acting, politics, if you're fucking working for Tesla, like you're going to be detached from the world because financially you're just not going to have to deal with buying a gallon of milk for $6.
Absolutely. Oh, that's some of my favorite was that trend on TikTok for a while when they're like, "How much is a carton of eggs?" And they're like, "I don't know, $80." And people are like, "Oh, yo, you have not shopped for eggs in ever,
Ever, have
ever.
you? Yeah.
You know, eggs are $2-3.
Yeah, man.
That's
So
just, yeah. And so, but fuck. You imagine like these big comedians nowadays, you know, they go to these shows in arenas. Dude, they tell them, "This is the food, drinks that I want. These are what my friends like." And when you show up, your favorite chairs there, your favorite snacks and stuff there. And those are just performers.
mm-hmm.
They're not even rich or powerful at all either. But they still, yeah, like you said, they just detach themselves from the world a little bit because you start to get all of the necessities in life delivered to you.
Yeah. Yeah, the only performer that I know that knows anything about nuclear codes is Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, bro. Like, and it's just because Trump showed him at Mar-a-Lago. Like, you know, those, like, Joe Rogan doesn't know nothing about, like, what's going on between Iran and Saudi Arabia.
No, but yeah, no, that's...
Can you imagine having a rider, dude?
No.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like what you're saying, like, showing up and being like, "I only want blue gummy bears."
Absolutely.
And someone has to go through and, like, hand pick blue, and every show you show up at, bro, there's a fucking bowl of
blue gummy bears
right there for you.
Because that's what he asked for, you know. It would be nice. It would be nice to not have to put in as much effort as we are right now.
Yeah.
Sending the emails, making the calls, you know, showing up to places that you're not even doing a show at, but you need to talk to an owner in person just to show them your face so that you're like, "Oh, this guy's not a fucking tweaker." You know, he's serious. Shout out Costco. This jacket gets me into places I shouldn't be.
Hell yeah, Costco. Sponsor.
Sponsor. No, they actually I got the black card the other day
Ooh.
because they had a great sale on like handheld vacuums. Life isn't that bad.
Yeah. Everyone's always complaining about war and inflation. You just need to go to Costco and get yourself a handheld vacuum, baby. They're running a deal right now.
They're running a deal on pizza at all times as well. So yeah, I really don't have anything to complain about. But
So would you consider yourself a Costco guy?
I'm more of a convenience guy, honestly. I live so close to a different store. Driving all the way to Costco would take 30 minutes. So
Fair enough.
I'm okay on that, unless I'm buying toilet paper.
How about that double chunk chocolate cookie?
Those are good too. Yeah, no, but they have the biggest bags of like high chews as well. And that's kind of my go-to because you get like 150 of them for like $15.
Dude, in High Chews, I got songs about High Chews, bro. As a rapper, like I've talked about High Chews in my songs because they're so fucking good. Speaking of Tesla a little bit, I brought it up just a second ago. They're taking over because there's a robot walking around like motherfucking CP3O, named Optimus. And you told me something earlier that you found out that it may not be like totally self-propelled from the robot itself.
Well, there was at that show where he was revealing the minivan, and
That looks so gay, dude.
super bad.
So gay.
Looks like one of those speed trains, just one single car of it.
Yeah, it looks like people are getting speed trained inside of it.
Yeah, and so like they had that robot, and he's like, the robots are coming. If you want it to do chores and stuff, if you want it to, make phone calls, this robot can do it. Well, I had seen a video where people were talking to it, and then they'd interview him afterwards, and they were like, that thing responded like too quick. Like there's no way there's a computer generating ideas, and it responds as soon as I get done talking. I'm like, hi, I'm Jim, and the computer and the robot was like, oh, hi Jim, nice to meet you. How are you doing today? And people were like, I'm kind of skeptical. And then come to find out, true or not true, I don't know, there was a guy in one of those ball suits that was connected to the robot, doing all the movements, and then speaking for it as well. So I don't know how advanced his robots are. I do
And
know
you believe that video.
more than him being able to build a robot that could respond in an instant. Yeah,
You ever heard of ChatGPT?
I absolutely have.
Now, ChatGPT can generate a book for you in 10 seconds. How easy, and this is a Justin Briscoe point. This is because me and Justin were talking about this the other day. How stupid is human small talk that a robot, like how long would it really need to take to respond? Because think about the conversation. Hi, I'm Jim. Hi, Jim, how are you? Where are you from? I'm from San Diego. Oh, it's warm there, isn't it?
Oh, wow. He would have all that information just at the tip of its motherboard, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Okay, well.
The movement is the thing that I am sketched out about. I think because, dude, like online, like there's been those like robot like AI girlfriends and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all did that in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did it. Maybe I did.
I don't think I've ever signed up for one of those prescriptions, but subscriptions.
I was 12. It's okay. But they're quick with it. You know what I mean? And that was all the way back in 2010.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know, dude. Like Elon Musk, when that guy talks, I feel like it's Spock. So if anyone could do it, it might be him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Are you interested at all in getting that chip that would connect you straight to the computer?
Absolutely not.
The whole internet in the
No.
back of your head?
No. I don't like things that are unhuman. So I don't even like the Optimus, right? Like it because
No,
all the
absolutely
AI
not.
shit, bro, is really freaking me out.
Absolutely.
And I heard on Rogan, Elon Musk said that with Neuralink, that little chip, that eventually we'd be able to communicate and not say anything
Absolutely not.
or need to have facial expressions. So we would literally be like blank staring at each other.
Yeah, there's got to be
Communicating.
a Black Mirror episode about that somewhere. Like that is
sure.
Yeah, that's not the way it's supposed to be. I think just like having as much social media and online presence as people have nowadays, they've experienced like so much more sadness among people because they're not generally connected with anybody. And there's a lot more loneliness. I mean, loneliness is a damn near epidemic nowadays. So if we get to the point where I don't have to communicate with you in person, we can just stand there and no, I think that would ruin people's lives in a very dramatic way. So I like innovation. I like the idea of making the world a better place. But I don't think changing humans around at a psychological standpoint is going to be good for us.
I think it might be biological too, right?
It would change our entire existence.
Yeah, man. Let's kind of go into this in the end, just because I am very curious talking about existence and kind of meaning of it. This show was started by me and Cougar Coburn back in April of 2021, and we wanted to talk about Christ, corruption, and culture. And kind of a funny story. I mean, Cougar started as like a complete atheist.
Oh, shoot.
And now he is like a firm Bible believing Christian. And I started a little bit more religious and then kind of midway through really drifted off.
Yeah.
And now I've kind of drifted back a little bit more. I don't think I'm as kind of fundamentalist as Cougar is, but I still am more on that side. But I'm curious about what your belief is about just in general, like the universe and God. Does God exist? Kind of just let's start there.
Yeah, no, I don't think that we were all placed here on accident. I definitely don't believe that at all. There's no way that I was just stardust at one point in time. And when it comes to God, I mean, there has to be a God that kind of drives people in the right direction. I believe in like holiness and being a good person and being Christ-like, I guess. But I think a lot of people have a skewed idea of what it's really means to be Christ-like. Here's an idea. I really think that the entire purpose for us to be on earth, the most important part about whether I get to heaven or not is based on everyone else around me. I think that there are so many different types of people, personality types, hobbies, sexualities, genders. However you are different from someone else, I think whether I make it to heaven or not is based on how I treat that person. I don't think it matters how often I go to church or if I do this or that or if I follow the Bible to a fucking T. If I treat anyone poorly because they're different than I am, I have no right to make it anywhere past hell. And so, yeah, I mean, that's just bare bones. That's.
Yeah, I mean, not to stray too far away from that, if I could indulge you real quick in a Bible story.
Love it.
Because what you're saying is kind of biblical. I mean, there is more that goes into this, but I think it's Matthew, maybe 10. Yeah, I think maybe it's 10, but it's Jesus is talking about the day that God comes back, and he lines everybody up, and he puts the sheep, which are like the people that are accepted, to the right, and the goats, greatest of all time, to the left, the people he doesn't like.
Yeah. And
to the right, he says, you're going to enter the kingdom of heaven because when I was sick, you helped me. When I needed clothes, you clothed me. When I was hungry, you gave me food. When I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. And they said, Lord, we've never seen you. And he says, what you do to the least of these, you also do to me.
Oof.
And then on the left, he talks to those people and he goes, and these people are like people who believed in his name. And like in the Bible, it says they were casting out demons in his name. And like he says, when I was sick, you never fed me. You never helped me. When I was hungry, you never fed me. When I was thirsty, you never gave me something to drink. And they said, but Lord, we've been doing all these things. And he says, get away from me, for I never knew you.
You're darn right. Well, that's actually a really kind story. I like that a lot because, I mean, I think that's the idea is you can put on the persona of, well, I'm perfect because I do all of the things that he asks. But outside of the church is way more important than how you act for that hour or 2 or 3 hours a week.
100%.
And so Yeah, I believe in some. I mean, I respect all ideas, all opinions on it, and everyone has a reason for why they believe in what they do. But me personally, I'm more comfortable thinking that I have a purpose after life.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas on what you think that afterlife would look like?
It's whatever you want it to be.
I
don't think that there's I don't think we all just show up and do a lobby and hang out and we're like, oh, this is what it is? Cool. That's
your gamer tags above you?
Absolutely. No, that would be cool. But no, I think you get to the gates and you go through the judgment. Why should you be here? I shouldn't. I don't deserve what I'm about to walk into. But I feel as though I treated everyone with enough respect and kindness that maybe I'd be lucky enough to have a chance. And then you get a book that has a total up of everything you've ever done in your life.
Oh,
like
shit.
most pizzas eaten. And it's like, I've eaten how many slices of pizza? How many times have you choked the chicken? I want to count on these things. And I'm very interested in stuff like that. But, and then you just walk in and it's like, hi, these were your favorite things to do ever in your whole life. These are your favorite people. You're going to hang out with them for eternity. And there's nothing bad in heaven.
Yeah.
No one's sick.
I'd agree with that.
You don't age. You don't get hurt.
Were you raised Mormon?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
My grandparents were Mormon.
Okay.
And actually, my grandmother is a Mormon. My grandfather is an atheist. And they all have very good reasons as to why they are each that. We went to a lot of Christian churches here in town.
Okay.
Just trying to find something that fit. But I found more that there was a lot of politics and nitpicking about whether you were good enough of a religious soul to be there or not. And once I got old enough, I just decided that this isn't the fit for me because I'm not going to compete over whether I'm okay to be here because y'all think I do, because I know what y'all do in your spare time, and it ain't good.
Nah, you ain't living like you are on Sunday on Saturday night.
You're damn right.
I mean, it's just interesting to me for you as kind of someone with more of what seems like agnostic beliefs, because it kind of seems like you're like, yeah, there is God, but it's just about being a good person and like trying to do as well as you can. And you said when you get to the gates, they'll ask why you should come in. And your first response was, I shouldn't. Like, I shouldn't be allowed to do this. So do you think that there's like objective reality of like there's clear cut between what is good and what is bad?
Well, yeah. I mean, anyone that has a fucking mind should be able to tell you what's good and what's bad.
Okay, I love that.
I just think, there's obviously worse things in the world than the stuff that I do. And I consider myself a good person, yet I don't consider myself a role model. I don't think that I am good enough for someone to be like, I want to be just like him when I grow up. And maybe that's something I can work to. We're always getting better. But objectively, I'm doing okay. I treat people well. And I think that matters more than anything. But yeah, you can't go out and murder someone and then expect to make it in heaven. I know that.
I think you got a real humble outlook on life, man. Your dad, for being as kind of bombastic and crazy as he seems, respect to your dad, seems like a great dude.
Big respect.
Yeah, you just seem to have a very like humble center about you.
Yeah, I try to. I mean, I'm nothing special.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't meant for anything specific besides, just being good while I'm here. I'm not here for very long, so I'm making my best out of it.
So, I mean, this might be... Actually, I don't want to put any preconceived notions on this. What do you think about Jesus?
He wasn't white. I know that.
Facts.
He wasn't
At
white.
church, we used to grow up, and me and my friends, I had some friends, and we were a very, like, eclectic group of friends, white, black, Asian, like a bunch of just different dudes. And we used to go around the church saying... Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was a light-skinned brother from Africa.
Yeah, you're darn right. I mean, yeah, you can take back, because the Bible is as true as it is, you can go into history and find where that town was he was born and be like, oh, wow, there's probably not a white person in this entire country.
But you obviously, like, you don't necessarily believe that he is who, like, he said he was in the Bible. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting.
He didn't necessarily say he was who he was in the Bible. All those stories are written by somebody else.
That's true.
And so it's hard to say who he was outside of other people's perspectives. So we're taking those with a grain of salt through translations that they are what they are today. I mean, you're powerful enough to be the son of God or God, depending on how you look at it. You create the universe, you heal the sick, turn water into wine, give other guys powerful enough abilities to split an ocean. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, a pretty darn powerful human at the time.
You think he was doing that shit? You think he was, like, giving out, like, unlimited wine and unlimited bread and shit?
To those who deserved it.
Damn,
he also was
son.
making frogs rain on people who didn't, so.
Interesting, man. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. No, I like it. Yeah, that's just it's an interesting thing to think about. If he is a human, like how powerful he would have been just as a guy. I got one more question for you, bro.
Take it, yeah, you're good.
Are there any stories? Because I'm sad that we didn't get to hear a story from you. That's like your main thing.
Yeah, you're okay.
Doing comedy, and we haven't touched on any of your personal stories. But I'm curious.
Come to the show, you'll get all the stories.
all the dates, they're there.
Every one of the dates.
Is there any story you haven't told on stage that you think like would be good? Or that like you've like wanted to do but haven't done yet?
I have one story that I've lied about for my entire adult life because it's so embarrassing, and I've never told anyone the truth, really.
Would you say it now?
It'll ruin the show, but I can. I mean, yeah. So in early middle school, I think it was my first like 7th grade or whatever. I was an athlete all through school. That's all I did. I did 4 sports all year round. And so I was all right at all of them. I was never great at anything, but I love to win. Like I'm the most competitive person ever. I'll win anything. Even if no one else is playing, I'll win.
I feel that.
So in a wrestling match, when I was little, I definitely was losing. I was on the bottom. Someone was just whooping my ass. And the story goes, I was on my back. His junk was in my face. And all of a sudden, his legs lock around my head and like pin me up, and it just closes my jaw and everything. And his tip might have been right between my teeth at that time. And I know it happened because he got up screaming, "Oh, this kid just bit my dick. This kid just bit my dick." And I got disqualified. And my coach is standing there like, "Did you just bite that kid's dick?" I was like, I don't even know what he's talking about, man. I must have gotten pinched. I consciously went in and took a nibble off that kid. Shout out that kid.
Shut up. He's probably at Costco right now.
He's probably, yeah, dude. He probably never doesn't think about that. I hope he has nightmares about it, to be honest. Because, yeah. So I've lied about that my whole life. I've never told anyone that that's how that happened. But yeah, it did. It did. Yep.
Well.
They had a nickname. They called me DB throughout the rest of middle school. It stood for Dick Biter.
Yeah, I got that.
I just want to clear that up. I didn't think.
Not defensive back.
No, absolutely not.
You're still a white guy. Jesus might not be white, but you are. Yeah, Jesus is the other DB. He's out there really playing safety for everybody.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, no. So that's a fun story I've never told.
That's beautiful.
Anybody, but we're here on the Fear the Burn podcast, so I have to bring something new out to the crowd for sure.
And that's an exclusive. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode. Thank you, Alex, so much for being here, bro. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. This is the best time ever. I hope we get to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. You, me, Trent. I mean, we'll get everyone on. You know, we'll have a good time. We'll do some episodes. So, thanks, everybody. We are not doing Patreon really anymore. We're going to figure that out. But come to the shows. I also have my play cycle happening November 1st and 2nd. What is it called? Out of the Ordinary at Old Town Actor Studio. So come, have fun, hang out.
he said his play cycle, he's writing and directing some of these plays himself from front to back. So it's not just some plays. They're plays that are all made by him. He's great. I'll be at the plays as well. November 1st and November 2nd.
Yep.
We'll be there. Let me plug myself real quick before we get out of here.
Yep.
I was like, he's going to make me get out of here without it. He doesn't need to be known. I told that dick biter
host.
story. That was it. He's like, no, we're
I'm like, we're going. We got to cut.
Oh, he's stopped recording. I don't know what happened. Anyways, follow me, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. They're all the same handle. It's Alex Austin Comedian. I can update you on future shows. You can watch some of my old clips. I definitely have a lot of older jokes in there from the last 12 months of me changing my set and such. So it's fun to watch where I started to where I've been. More importantly, though, I'm updating on shows all the time, introducing you to new people, showing you new places that you maybe never been. So please follow me, send me a message if you ever want to get on stage. We're always looking for new comedians, and all you got to do is a couple minutes, tell a few jokes, tell a story. We'd love to see you on stage, but I appreciate you watching. This has been a lot of fun. Chandler's the best.
It's crazy. You're the best, bro.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Keep burning.
Keep burning.
Let me kick it back. 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 Hey boy, right there, what you gonna do if they gonna do you like that? I'm a wild boy and I need to be arrested. Don't catch cases, I just catch blessings. We can dance around it, but we best get to stepping. If I don't want to smoke, why did I start the session? You must be messing the truth, really think you could just mess with me like a freshman.